Hey, yo,
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, week 4 is upon us. I will definitely say that with this being college football, we'll talk about this in terms of grades. The college football season is broke down into 4 different quarters. So first quarter grades are coming out real soon. And we're about to start seeing who has what it takes to start making a stamp and start making that march towards the CFP. Last week was just like a pop quiz. This week, the conference games start, and now we're going to start having real exams, ladies and gentlemen.
right.
So to break it all down, a little week 3 recap plus a week 4 preview. It's your boy Corey Hilliard. The man next to me needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Brandon Hill, a.k.a. B Hill, a.k.a. B, and we are the House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what to do. Come on in, take a seat, get comfortable. If this is your first time, welcome. Mi casa, su casa. And whether you've been here before or it's your first time, you got to hear the house rules. B.
You already know what time it is. You go ahead, and if you're listening here and you like the content, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for us. If you don't mind as well, hop down in them comment box. We'd love to hear from you guys. We want to know what your guys' opinion is on this show. And if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell too, so you can be up to date on all our newest content, guys, because it's going to be hot like we always tell you. This week we're going to recap, man. I'm going to start off. I'm going to be a little biased here with the Oklahoma versus the Nebraska game. This was a shellac, and it wasn't even close.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The first drive, Nebraska goes down. They score a touchdown after Oklahoma had punted them the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Oklahoma punts on their first possession. Then Nebraska goes down 7-0. After that, it was 49 unanswered, my guy. It was a shellacking. And I mean, Dylan Gabriel, 16 for 27, 230 yards passing. I think on the ground, he threw in another, let me look here. On the ground, he had 6 for 55 yards and a touchdown. It was like one big running play that he had. So, man, and they spread it out between Theo Weiss, Farouk. They each got in the end zone this week. You know, Marvin Mims didn't see the end zone, but he's been absolutely balling through the first 2 weeks anyways. So Marvin Mims, that's okay. But it was a good game all the way around. Everybody had a good game. The run game, it was solid. I mean, offensive line looked really, really good with Wanye Morris coming back. You know, the offensive line kind of looks like it solidified themselves. So, you know as well as anybody, going from Antoine Harrison, he had to play right tackle as opposed to left tackle. That's a big difference when you got to switch sides. It's kind of like right-handed or left-handed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I like Oklahoma. They're looking really, really good early. So, and here in a little bit, we'll talk a little bit more about them. But that's really my takeaway from this game. And the defense looked solid for sure.
Defense was superb.
They were destroying the quarterback. I mean,
I was more impressed with that than anything I saw that whole game. I thought OU defensively, for a team in Nebraska that was gaining 490 a week, and you pretty much put the clamps on them. I mean, for all of Nebraska's failures, they still have a productive offense, and you saw it on the first drive. So I was very very impressed with OU's defense.
Man, it looked good. It's ranking in the top 25 overall. I think they're at like number 22 in defense overall right now in their top 5 offense. So
it'll keep going up.
I'm going to keep taking it, man. That's all day every day. That Miami Texas A&M game. We both picked this one wrong, Corey. I'm going to let you start this off though. You probably had a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of it actually. Miami just straight up gave away points. They had a what do you call it? A fumble punt return. They muffed the punt, which gave A&M beautiful field position. They had a drive where they're deep in A&M's territory. I think the second or third drive of the game, and they had a first down catch on third down. If the guy catches it, it's going to be at least a first down, maybe to like the 2 or 3 yard line. So the story of this game was just missed opportunities by Miami. A&M did not do anything special. They just capitalized on the opportunities, made field goals, scored in a timely manner. And then Miami has to be walking away from that game kicking themselves because they fought all night, man, and they had a chance. If they just don't turn the ball over and finish drives, they probably win the game. Just to be honest.
This next game that we're going to bump into is the BYU versus the Oregon one. I caught a little bit of this one, and then whenever it started just becoming a blowout, I jumped over because Oregon, man, I don't know.
I picked this one right, didn't I?
You did, and I was wrong. I picked BYU, and you picked Oregon, so I'm 1 for 2 right now on my picks, and that would make you 2-1. Yeah. You've only gotten one wrong so far.
So I mean, if you didn't catch it, I mean, I don't know how much you saw, but what we talked about in the preview show was BYU's inability to run the ball, and that reared its ugly head. I knew they were going to go up there. If they weren't going to be effective in the ground game, they were going to be in a lot of second and long, third and longs, and that Oregon defense feasted.
They only got 61 yards, Corey, on the ground.
That's what I'm saying.
Say rush, and you said they had to rush going into that game. They only got 61 on the ground, Corey. That's not going to get the job done going in there into Oregon. So,
and Bo Nix looked like a straight up killer. I don't know. Did you see anything? See any of Bo Nix?
I did. I did actually get a chance to see a little bit of Bo Nix, and Bo Nix looked good. He was 13 for 18. He was 222. He had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So that's a solid game from your quarterback. But Oregon was rushing the ball, man. They were getting anything that they wanted to get rushing the ball. They had 3 touchdowns on the ground as a team, and they had over 200 yards. 212 to be exact. So, and then they had 227 passing. That's a good balanced attack. You know what I mean? They had the fumbles, but they didn't lose them. You know what I mean? They recovered them. So it worked out. Everything worked out for them. So I can't argue with that. That's Oregon. Good pick there, Corey. They're bouncing back, man, after that Georgia shellacking. Maybe Oregon is one of those teams that could, if they continue to win, jump up in there because they're going to have opportunities.
Well, you got to think about this. They just beat the number 12 team.
Right.
If the CFP would have come out with a rankings like next week or something like that, the only blemish on their schedule is what? A shellacking to the number 1 team, defending national champions. I know, but that's your only blemish. So, I mean, you just beat a 12th ranked team. I think the CFP will be favorable in ranking them is what I'm trying to get at.
I'm not giving them top 10, maybe top 15.
Right now, yeah. Right now,
maybe. Top 15 to 18 range. But this next game, Corey, that we're talking about, man, and this really is a shellacking. Georgia is like clear cut above everybody else in the nation right now. I mean,
they're not messing around, bro.
Wow, Spencer Rattler, man. Sorry for you, bud, but I don't miss that guy. Not one bit. Nope. Don't miss him. 48-7. South Carolina got busted on by Georgia, man. 48-7. Do you got any takes on this game? I mean, there's not really a whole lot. It was pretty much
what we predicted. We kind of joked around.
That tight end from Georgia is a freaking superstar. He's a superstar.
Number 19, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. That dude right there, he eats.
He's a stud.
So, oh, my gosh. No, Georgia's definitely looking clear-cut above everybody else right now. Remember I said there was those tiers?
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like Georgia, then Alabama, and then everybody else? I think Alabama's falling out of that.
So Georgia's right here. You put maybe Alabama right there, somewhere like that.
Yeah, and then I got Ohio State, and then I got Oklahoma at 4, man. Oklahoma's at 4 right now, in my opinion.
I put you guys over Ohio State, to be honest.
Hey, man, some people might. I know you wanted to bring this up because this is the house divided, so you're OSU. I'm OU, man. What do you think about this Bedlam game getting canceled after 2025, man?
Oh, man.
What's your feelings on that?
You know, I side with, I don't know if you've seen Mike Gundy's comments on it. He had no cards for after practice to answer the question, which I found a little comical, but all of what he said was true. You know what I mean? Like, we've done nothing in this other than just stay where we are in the conference. And somehow OSU's being made out to be the bad guy for the game not happening, where we didn't leave. You know what I mean? We're not going anywhere. The game was a game because we were both in the same conference forever since the beginning of time. That's why the game was always a game. Now, when somebody gets up and walks away and leaves, then it's over. The relationship's over. You know what I mean? We were roommates in the conference. We were roommates in this house called the Big 12. And then you guys moved on to a bigger and better house. That's fine. Kudos. Congratulations. But don't expect us to move heaven and earth to try and accommodate, you guys.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
It's not accommodating just us, though. It's accommodating y'all as well.
I don't, to be honest, as an Oklahoma State alum, somebody who's played there, I really don't see the game being that beneficial for us. It's not for y'all because y'all are expected to win. There's no benefit in OU playing that game. None, because you're expected to win. And then if in most times when you guys usually do win, everybody in the nation says, oh yeah, that's what they always do. They always beat Oklahoma State. So you're not going to get any extra love out of it. Yeah. And it's not beneficial for us because we never win the damn game.
It is what it is.
It's only beneficial once every 8 years when we somehow pull an upset like we did last year. And it boosts our rankings. But those other 7 years, terribly not beneficial at all because it knocks us down in the ratings. It proves that we're not on the same echelon as OU. So on both sides, there's really no benefit to play the game. And I can see why OSU really don't want to play the game. They feel slighted.
We'll see y'all in the playoff then.
What playoff?
Whenever that 12-team playoff comes around, 2025, 2026 or whatever, whenever they're getting that coming in. We'll see you on that 12-team playoff. How about that?
That was the only way y'all were making it in the SEC was if they had 12 teams. Y'all wasn't making it with 4. That was not happening.
Come on, man. You need to calm down, man.
It was not happening.
We
already acknowledged Georgia's here, Alabama's here, and it's everybody else.
Yeah,
in a 14 format, bro, I did not ever see OU coming out.
You'd probably put Ohio State, OU, and like Clemson in that like next tier.
Can you answer me this? Man. Why is everybody so upset about it? Like OU fans? Because honestly, it's OSU fans. We didn't really think y'all even cared about the game, to be honest.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm upset about it, Corey. I'm not sitting here saying I'm upset about it.
There's a lot of OU people who have come out and said things.
Well, we like y'all, man. Y'all are a little brother, bro. We always got to have them tune-up games to get ready for the Big 12
title. That game's always – but, okay, we as OSU people never thought y'all cared about the game whatsoever.
Bedlam?
Yeah.
It's a big game. It's a big, important game. It's Oklahoma rights, man. It's the right for the Oklahoma.
I don't think y'all care about the game that much. I'm surprised people are just upset about it, to be honest.
Are you talking about fans or players?
I'm fans. Anybody on OU side, any OU fan, player, person that ever went there. I just never thought they care about that Texas game 100,000% more.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you can tell because who did they leave to go to the SEC with?
Yeah, well, Texas.
Okay.
It is what it is, man. What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do? There's nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing else you can do about it. So leave us alone, damn it. Stop bothering us, OU people. I'm sick of it.
It's not.
I'm sick of it, man. It's calling us scared. Y'all don't want to play. All this and that. Y'all the ones leaving.
week 4 intriguing matchups, Corey.
Let's do it.
I got 2. You got 2. That's how we're going to do it this week, guys. My first game that I want to go with, of course, Oklahoma versus Kansas State. I know a lot of people are like, why is that an intriguing matchup? Kansas State's not even ranked. They just lost to Tulane. But, man, they've always been a little thorn in our side. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. I like Oklahoma because they are favored by 12.5. I like Oklahoma to cover this with no problem, with ease. I like Oklahoma big, 45-21. And I'll explain why after this. Because right here, Deuce Vaughn, I don't think he's going to get the ground game going like what he was. I think we're going to figure out how to stop Deuce Vaughn. And Adrian Martinez does not scare me. Like, he's not doing anything special this year. Now, that Kansas State defensive line, their defensive front is nice. But our offensive line is much improved. And at the end of the day, Corey, Kansas State just lost to freaking Tulane, dude. I mean, come on. We can't. There's no.
That K-State beats the spread, but they don't win. I think it's like 31-21 is what I would give it. I think Sooners win 31-21 in Norman. I think Deuce Vaughn does get off a little bit, but not a lot. I think they put up 21 points. Also, the fourth game, I think guys to put a resume out there on defense and what works and what probably doesn't work against that defense. And Kansas State traditionally is like really good at game planning against you guys, man. They always come out with a different little wrinkle, something different.
They always scare me. They always scare me. I don't like them. I don't like Kansas State. But it is what it is. We're going to get them, though, and I got OU covering. So you don't have OU covering. That's number 10 Arkansas Razorbacks versus the number 23 Texas A&M Aggies. Kyle Allen Field is going to be rocking again. It's an ESPN 6 p.m. Central Time game. You know what I'm saying? You got KJ Jefferson for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Whoever they decide to throw out there at quarterback for Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher saved his job for another week. I don't think he's going to get fired this year, even though he did lose to Appalachian State. But, man, I'll let you go ahead and jump into this one, though, man, if you want to. What's your take on this? Who you think?
I definitely got Arkansas. I think they're the tougher team. I like the way Sam Pittman coaches that squad. Bro, they about to pound it around this game. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna show you this. Texas A&M is favored by -1.5.
You're joking.
But it's because they're at home. It's that home field advantage.
It's that home field advantage. You know what they could do with that this week? They can forget about that one, brother.
Yeah, I think Arkansas is gonna shellac them.
Yeah,
I really do. I think they might shellac them. So by 2 touchdowns, at least 2 touchdowns.
I would have it by 2 touchdowns. I can definitely see that. They're averaging 500 yards on offense.
Dude, they're balling. They're balling. Arkansas is balling. They're a top 10 team right now.
Yeah.
So
they're number 10.
We'll see, man. It's going to be interesting. The over-under in that game is 49.5 for both teams combined. I think that it's going to go over that.
I think it'll go over too. Bro, Arkansas is only giving up 68.3 yards on the ground per game.
They're solid, man. Pittman's got them boys playing good.
Bro, they play gritty. They're a tough physical team. Clemson at Wake Forest. I don't know what time the game is.
It's 11 a.m. kickoff.
Ooh, that makes it even better. That's good for Wake Forest. Here's the deal with this game. Clemson's 7-point road favorites.
Right.
I'm taking Wake Forest outright for the win. I'm not impressed with Clemson. Clemson's offense has been off all year. Listen to these stats real quick. This is Clemson's offense. 63rd in the nation in total yards per game. They're 76th in the nation in pass yards per game. and they're 58th in the nation in rush yards per game. That's while playing against Furman, Louisiana Tech, and Georgia Tech. They did not cover the spread against Furman or Louisiana Tech at home the past 2 weeks. They struggled with Furman for a half. All right?
Yeah.
La Tech moved the ball on them. Now, here's the deal. The defense, best part of their team, obviously, but there's just no pizzazz on offense. They're the DJ Ukulele, not that guy.
Yeah.
They need a new quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Wake winning this in an upset. I'd say like a field goal at the end to win it.
See, I got it the other way around. I got Clemson destroying Wake Forest in this one, man, and kind of making a statement to let people know that they're still Clemson University. That's kind of what I got. I got a 42-21 game right here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be even close. Because I think, they are playing those teams, but sometimes you don't have to bring your best effort in those games. So they were just very vanilla, playing great defense and moving on to the next one. They're 3-0, and they're a top 5 team in the nation, so you can't argue with that. I got Clemson's going to destroy them, Corey.
I don't think so.
But I like your pick, man. I like your pick. So, what's your next game?
Second one we got here is Florida at Tennessee. Tennessee's ranked number 11, Florida number 20. Florida coming off that game against South Florida where they racked up 300-plus rushing yards against the Florida Gators defense. Right. Florida has not been impressive ever since the Utah game. They won a couple games, all right, but they also lost to Kentucky in a big-time matchup in the Swamp. Now they got to go on the road and play Tennessee, a team full of playmakers on offense. They got some gritty guys up front on that defensive front for Tennessee that can cause problems. And honestly, I got Tennessee covering this. I think they win by like 13 points.
Oh, see, I got them winning by 3 touchdowns as well, 42-21 blowout, man. I don't think it's going to be close because, like you said, man, Florida hasn't done anything but beat Utah. And we don't even know how good Utah is yet because they lost to Florida. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy to look at it sometimes, but Florida's not that team. They're just not. And Tennessee with Hooker, that quarterback is absolutely balling right now. He's got like 8 touchdowns to no picks this year.
Yeah.
So he's absolutely balling through the first 3 games. He's got them right there knocking at the door at top 10. So I like Tennessee to cover as well. That minus 10.5 point spread. And we'll see where we go from there.
Yep, I agree.
Tonight, guys, that's all we got for you guys tonight. So we're going to go ahead and sign in. And then we're going to sign on out, guys, because this is the House Divided podcast. We do love y'all coming on in. Don't forget, again, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Go ahead and give us those thumbs up and drop down in those comment boxes, too, because we love to hear from you guys. But other than that, that's all I got. Corey, catch you later, man.
All right, peace.